All right, it's time to unveil our first ever road trips poll. About 2 weeks ago, I guess the week of the Northwestern game, Steve and I kind of put together a little series package. And one of the components was us telling you our favorite road trip memories, but also you sharing some of that information with us. We asked you 5 questions, and I'm gonna start with we're gonna do them out of order based on how the questions are asked, because I think I'm relatively surprised by it.
So we weren't going to build any suspense, but now we're just changing the questions.
Yeah, we are. This is what we're doing.
Okay.
All right. Hey, at least we're open and honest and transparent.
That's fair.
About it, That's fair. Okay. All right, Steve. We asked people which Big Ten school has the nicest fans. Number 3, Michigan. Not okay. You said them. They're nice, but they're arrogant. That's my take on it.
You didn't ask arrogant. You asked nice.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2, Wisconsin.
Yep. From everything I've heard.
And you want to take a guess at number 1?
It's better not be Iowa.
It's not Iowa.
It's not Ohio State.
No, Nebraska. It's Nebraska.
Okay. Oh yeah. Go. Never mind. Yeah, Nebraska's a given. Everybody loves them. Of course, I've never been there, but yes.
Yeah, the truly the nicest people. Yeah, Midwestern hospitality is real when you visit out there. It's not a thing. All right. On the flip side of that coin, the Meanest fans. Number 3 was Iowa. So there are two schools ahead of them. Number 2. Again, this was one of the first surprising answers to me. Number 2 on this question was Rutgers.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
I probably would have had them at me. Well, Iowa's number 1 for me, so maybe I would have had them at 2. I think Rutgers, that first Rutgers game in 2013, like everybody that went to that game still like has war stories from that experience.
Well, those two make sense of 2 of the first, but I thought they'd have been 1 and 2 one way or another. Who's number 1?
Ohio State.
Okay, well,
and I have never. I'm gonna jinx it probably by saying it since we're going out there this weekend, but I've never really had a problem with them. In fact, last time we were there, one of our favorite things is, in fact, we're going to try to go back to this library. There's a library right by the football stadium. We went in there to use the bathroom, and these 2 elderly gentlemen were sitting in there, and they saw us as Penn State fans, and they're like, "Hello, we see that you're Penn State fans. Every game we like to share some Buckeyes with opposing fans." So I was a little stunned by that one. Okay. All right. This was the one that stunned me most. This is our third question we asked. Which non-Penn State Big Ten stadium is the nicest? And you would have said what, right? You would have said?
I haven't been to enough to know. I would have said, where have I been? Michigan Stadium.
Okay. You would. Well, that's we should have.
Right.
Yeah.
Limited
pool.
Right.
And now
is
that
it Nebraska too?
No, it is not. And now that I think about this answer, it's not my answer, but it's the correct answer. It's Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Their stadium, which is the newest in the Big Ten.
And I've been there for that one. Yeah.
Yep. Is very nice. The only thing I remember about that stadium, the issue I remember having with that stadium, I remember there not being that many bathrooms in that stadium, but it was a nice. This is going to sound like it's going to sound like a shot, but it's really not, because it was a very nice minor league ballpark stadium. I think
small and intimate.
Yeah. I think would be the best way to describe that one. Okay.
Those are good answers. How many? Never mind. These are smart people that are answering this survey. Good for thanks for the listen and survey. Smart people. Good job.
Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. I was pleasantly surprised by these answers. All right. Which Big Ten town, not named State College, is our listeners' favorite, our readers' favorite? Number 3 was West Lafayette.
Okay.
I want to go back there and explore a little bit more. You've been there a couple times, both for Penn State games, but for other things. It's got a charm to it, I think. Mm-hmm. I would probably put Bloomington on this list, but I don't think enough people probably have been there. I think that might be why. Number 2 was Ann Arbor, which I think is probably the most Rockwellian of the college towns that I've been to. It's just very stereotypical college town. And number one was Madison, and I think that is absolutely the correct answer. And I think that might be I haven't been to that many big or non-Big Ten schools, towns, but I think that's probably people who have been to multiple schools. That's their number one answer as well. Okay, I think we've got one more question then, and this one's we just got one here. But which Big Ten town is next on your list? And a lot of people said Maryland, but I think that's just because a lot of people are going to the Maryland game this year. That's an easy game for people to get to. And the number one answer is, I would assume my wife's number one answer, which is Nebraska. Anything surprising there?
No, huh? I mean, that would be my answer, right? That's where people want it. They're the nicest people. Why not go there? Might not see it, and God bless all the people who want to go to Maryland, cheer loud, have a good time. But I don't know that College Park has a draw for me.
No.
It's
a nice stadium. They have good. Wow, it's a beltway exit.
Well, it is.
It is, but Maryland has figured out how to do regional food in their stadium. You can get crab pretzels and crab food. You can get Lido pizza, which is delicious down here. I am still a little stunned at the Minnesota answer. I didn't think that one would be on the list per se, but it surprised me to see that one on the list.
Kudos to all the survey takers. That's great.
Thank you to everybody who answered.